the kitchen. Today I am going to be making a side dish using potatoes. Some recipes call it potato gratin, some scalloped potatoes, but I know it's a delicious baked potato that you can use for your family. In my family, everyone loves potatoes. And it has some simple ingredients. All you have is your potatoes, some onions you can use. I'm going to do a mixture of the purple onions and the yellow or white onions. It calls for some fresh garlic, salt, some coconut milk, some unsweetened almond milk, and just nutritional yeast flakes that gives it a cheesy flavor, and just some seasonings. And that's it. So let's get started. Okay, so let's make the sauce first. And like I said, I'm using both onions. I'm using the red onions and white onions. Or I'm gonna call it yellow onions. I'm using both. Color and flavor. Okay, so let's get the sauce together. It's about 5 cloves of garlic. I love to use fresh garlic because it gives it an extra rich flavor. Okay, so let's get into the pot. Let's get our onions. What I did, I just have some olive oil in the pot. And I'm going to the olive oil, I'm going to add the onions that I've already sliced. To that, you can add your garlic. Fresh garlic. You know, one of my favorite words while I'm in the kitchen, you can smell the deliciousness. Okay, you don't want the onions brown, you just want them fried a little. And then this is 1 can of coconut milk. Add a full can of coconut milk. Whatever brand you like, you use. There are so many different ones to use. And then a cup of unsweetened almond milk or soy milk, whichever your preference. Remember, these recipes you can mix to your liking. A teaspoon of salt or salt to taste. I love to use cayenne pepper. I like a little zest cayenne pepper. And this one you can use thyme, you can use rosemary, you can use parsley, you can use whichever seasoning or flavor you like. You use what you like. I'm going to use some parsley. I don't have any fresh parsley, but I'm going to use the parsley flakes that I have. Okay, and need about 4 teaspoons of nutritional yeast. Like I told you, this will give it a cheesy flavor. Because this potato dish, usually it's rich with butter, cream, and cheese. But I want to show you can get the deliciousness with the same delicious taste with some healthy ingredients. I just let Cara taste it. That's my professional taster. And she said, Mommy, just a teaspoon more of yeast flakes. So let's go over those ingredients again. And it's bubbling, as you can see. So let's turn that off. Let's go over the ingredients one more time. In a little bit of olive oil. I sauteed the onions, and I used a whole purple onion and a half of the yellow onions. I also used a cup of unsweetened almond milk. I used a full can of coconut milk. I used a teaspoon of salt. I used a dash of cayenne pepper and some parsley flakes. And remember, you can use thyme, rosemary, or parsley, whichever you like or how you want your flavor. So this is the sauce. Let's get the potatoes together. So I've already peeled the potatoes and they're ready now for slicing. Okay, so I've already peeled the potatoes. So let's get over here and let's slice those potatoes. So I've put it on thin because I want them thinly sliced. Usually when I'm cooking, I average 1 potato per person. So my household has 4 persons in it, but I use 5 of these potatoes, okay? And you can put it directly in the pan or you can add it to the mixture, and I choose to add it to the mixture. So I can cover it completely. Stir it up. Make sure it's completely immersed. So once that is mixed, you just pour it into the pan. Oh, sorry, Karen. Make sure push the potato under all of that to get all of that deliciousness. And then when you're finished, you just sprinkle with some paprika for color and into our oven, 350 degrees oven for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I think that's enough. If you want more color, you can add, but I think that's enough. So into the oven. And here it is, it's out of the oven, nice and golden brown. It's still bubbly. So I'm going to let it set before I cut a piece. But here you have it. Your potato gratin or scalloped potatoes. I just call it delicious potatoes. So let us get in and taste a piece. Yeah, look at that. Whoa.
Later on as we present tonight. And so we're going to get started with our motivational video at this time.
The favorite part, let's taste. Then look who show up.
Wow, you really put your foot in this one.
Motivational video is to perform. No matter what is happening in your day,
It's just
you begin during your day momentum. Blessings. Please enjoy.
this potato dish, on a serious note, this potato dish, normally, when you're making scalloped potatoes, it's cheesy and creamy. Just look at it. Just look at the sauce. And I mean, this is just delicious. Healthy. Who told you healthy cannot be delicious?